Yo, good vibes to the Immaculate Collective. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy John. Wherever you guys are tuning in from across the world, I hope you guys are well. Here we are. We're back with the first episode of this brand new football show, football podcast, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to really dwell too long on the title of this new series because when it comes to titles, I think I'm pretty picky with it. I sit there and I contemplate, I'm pondering, and I didn't want to really waste too much time doing that this time around. I kind of just wanted to go with it. So for the time being, I think I'm going to call this the Immaculate Football Show. And there's many of you guys in the comments that are much more creative than me. So you guys can get in the comments and let me know if you have any other titles that might be more catchier, more trendier. But for the time being, I'll call it the Immaculate Football Show because I think it really just kind of explains what we're doing here. A, it's a football show. It's a football podcast. And B, I think that immaculate portion really sums up what the vibe or the energy of this show is going to be. It's going to be very much a content curated for us, for you guys, the Immaculate Collective. Of course, I love talking about football, and most of you guys follow me because of either the Manchester United content and or the South Korean football content. And while those two topics are very close and near and dear to my heart, and those two will always be at the forefront of any of the content that I produce, I also want people to know that I, first and foremost, am a lover of football. You know, it's sort of why I started making content in the first place. I just love chatting about football. I love chatting about everything in the world of football, from music to culture to fashion and all that stuff. So I want people to know that this is a football show for all of us, you know, and the most important thing that I also wanted to address was that I needed to connect. I need the football to connect with me. It needs to have some sort of relation to where my head's at, what I'm thinking, what I want to talk about. Because that's the only way I am going to A, continue to enjoy the content that I produce and make, and B, also feel authentic and feel genuine about what I'm telling y'all. So this show is going to be a very much free flowing. I'm going to keep the edits to sort of the bare essentials, in the sense that I want to kind of make it feel like I'm actually doing a podcast. So all the filler words like and you know, those things, while I do try to do my utmost best to minimize those, I'll keep them in there. And I think it's more so than anything, it's just going to be vibes, man. In terms of the future, where I want to take it, I know we're already in episode 1, and I'm like, why the hell are you talking about the future? I want this podcast to be co-hosted. I would love to have somebody either sitting alongside me or call in through some sort of platform so that we can have 2 or 3 people hosting the show together, because you know, I'm not really a big fan of sitting here talking to myself and talking by myself. You know, I actually love having conversations and just chatting with people. And before we go any further, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all of your love and support over the years. It's been absolutely incredible, the sort of progress that we've made from a content creator perspective, to be able to meet so many incredible people, do incredible things, and to be able to have a platform for me to put that and package all of that stuff together in the form of some sort of content, and to share that journey with you guys has been an absolutely insane, unbelievable thing. You know, if you told myself 10, 15 years ago, or how long was it when I started? 11 plus 12. It's coming into 12 years now. But if you told me 12 years ago, John, this was going to happen, I would have said, no way. Absolutely no way. And I've been telling myself more. You know, I should be more proud of what I've been doing, and I should continue to chase and to continue to pursue the passion that is content and football. I love this thing so much. It's why I've been doing it for 12 odd years, and I'm going to continue to do that. But yeah, so if you guys are brand new, please consider subscribing. And I should probably take this opportunity to introduce myself if you guys are brand new. My name is John Shin. I am a football content creator based here in New York City. I was born in Seoul, South Korea, and I've been here since 2000-ish, something. I can't even remember. It's been so long, you know. But sorry, my screen just completely I don't know what the hell just happened. But anyways, yeah. So if you guys are brand new and you enjoy this content, and if you guys sort of, you know, browse around and enjoy any of my videos, if any of my videos or content has brought you any value or joy or laugh or whatever it is, please consider subscribing. Please consider leaving a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, like the video as well. And also, I think on YouTube there's this thing called hype. I don't know. I've been scrolling through, and I've been hearing content creators talk about the hype button on YouTube. Apparently that it really helps a lot with the algorithm. So if you guys please hit that hype button, I don't know, go hit it. Yeah. And that's it. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, while I did mention that this show is going to be very free-flowing in terms of the topics, the specific topics, there will still be segments, and I kind of really wanted to make sure that this show was going to cover most, if not all, of what I genuinely love. And one of the things that I absolutely love, like I mentioned before, is fashion, culture, music, and all of those things. So, for the time being, I'm going to call this first segment the Immaculate Drop, but again, if you guys have any other suggestions, let me know. I want to use this moment to talk a little bit about football kits or new music or new football fans or really anything, football boots, anything that kind of feels like a drop, because music and fashion and culture and all of these things connect so much with the world of football. I think the football is the linking point to all of these things. And I want to make sure that I share with you guys that part of me, which I love so much. You guys know, especially if you've been following me for a while, you know how much I love collecting football kits. So I think it's only appropriate that I start this series, this new podcast show, with a football kit. Here we are. This kit actually dropped early in November, but I wanted to make sure that I did some sort of content on it and talk about it because this kit is absolutely phenomenal. It is the PUMA Special Edition kit made for the Portuguese national team, and it is the kit that honors Portuguese legend Eusebio. And I don't really know too much about Eusebio that much. All I know is that he was an incredibly talented footballer, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he did play for Benfica. But focusing on the kit itself, I was stunned. I think the first image that I saw was this, and I was like, hold up, this looks absolutely phenomenal. I'll just read a little bit here. There's only one Eusebio. You hear it in the stories, see it in the clips, feel it in the way players still move like him. The original Puma King was made for Ore himself, and 60 years later, after he became the first Portugal player to be crowned Europe's best, this collection carries his legacy forward in black and gold, signed off with two words defenders feared most, Pantera Negra. I believe that's probably the term, the Black Panther. This is such a beautiful release. From a set design to the marketing and the release, all of it was just sensational. But this was limited to 1,965 pieces. The authentic version comes with pre-embellished with the number 13 on both the front and the back, which honors Eusebio's iconic number. He was also number 13, and this was something that I learned while I was learning about this. I was like, this is cool, man. My two favorite numbers are 18 and 13 because 18 was worn by Paul Scholes and 13 was worn by Parks. Maybe comparing Park and Eusebio might be a bit of a stretch, but just the idea that the number 13 plays a very important role here was interesting to me. And I remember seeing this kit going like absolutely nuts. And I was like, I got to get my hands on it because, oh my days, look at this, man. Absolutely phenomenal. This was such a beautiful kit. And honestly, I couldn't get it. I don't know. I don't have any connects at Puma. I have no calls. I don't have any of that. I'm not signed with anybody. I'm not signed with Adidas. Like, I have nobody to call. Yeah, I could call Jimmy and be like, hey, can you get me this? He's not going to even have a damn clue, but this is such a beautiful kit. So this is the kit that I wanted to talk about. And yeah, so if you guys can help me get my hands on this, let me know. The first time I went to Manchester was in the year 2017. And for those of y'all that have been following me for a while, y'all have heard the same story a million times. I traveled on a very, very slim budget with my good friend and a friend of the channel, Kyle. Shouts out to Kyle. And it was an experience that I'll never forget. But one of the moments that truly kind of encapsulated what I absolutely loved about Manchester was this one specific moment, and let's take a look together. So up until this point, I had been featuring on many Full-Time Devils videos via Skype. Shouts out to the people who remember Skype. But this moment right here, outside a rainy Old Trafford, was the first time I actually got to experience an authentic Full-Time Devils fan cam outside Old Trafford. I'd spoken to Adam, I think it was outside Soldier Field in Chicago. That was really my first real sort of fan cam presence or appearance. But prior to that, I'd been jumping on hella calls. This was, for some reason, this moment right here was something that I'd only seen online. And now, not only was I living the moment being at Manchester, being at Old Trafford, I was standing in front of the legendary Adam McCullough as he was asking me questions about Manchester United. And now I'm much more of a seasoned vet. But if you watch this video, it's like, listen to this. I was like,
the reason I thought Matic and Herrera had a lot of work cut out for them.
I was talking so fast.
Whenever Tottenham picked up the ball from the middle of the field, I thought they were able to sort of come into.
And I couldn't meet.
Respectively.
I couldn't meet Adam McCullough's eyes for some reason. I was so nervous. It was like this guy I used to watch growing up, it was nuts. But anyways, the reason why I'm sharing with you guys is because not for y'all to see my fan cam. It was another fan cam that I was actually seeing being recorded in person. I was standing next to producer Chris. Shouts out to producer Chris. I was standing there right next to him as they were recording this fan cam.
Chelsea were coming for 3 pointers next week, and this man wants the mic.
Right. Yeah, right here, this guy.
So listen, I ain't got much to say, yeah? But today we clearly showed that we need a Pogba in there. Do you know what I mean? So I got a song for Pogba. Old Trafford needs to be romping when Pogba comes back, right? And it goes. He's Pogba, he's Pogba, he's Pogba, he's bossing things in midfield, and that's the way we love it, we love it, we love it, and that's the way we love it, we love it, we love it. Pogba,
Hey man, big ups to this guy because this was the first moment where I learned like, oh, is this how fan chants are created? You just kind of come up with a tune and you go rock up inside the stadium and you start singing and hopefully people catch on. This is like apparently, according to many, one of the few ways you can do it. But I don't think this one ever caught on. I don't think they sing this one at Old Trafford. But I remember first watching this and I was hooked. I was hooked, man. It was so funny. Because not only was it catchy, I was standing there watching him sing it, and I was bopping to it. I was like, I was bopping to it. It was such a dope vibe. I can't even tell you how fun this was. But let's get back on track here, though, because this portion I didn't share with you guys because I just wanted to share the song. I kind of wanted to share with you guys this moment about the player in question, the player that the fans were singing about. And his name is Paul Labile Pogba. And if you guys have been following me for a while, y'all know how much I absolutely loved watching Paul Pogba. I would say he's probably in the top 10 tier of my category of favorite footballers. I loved him. I absolutely loved him so much. His tech, his ball carrying, his strength, his retention, all of it. He was so sensational. He was one of the most incredible world-class midfielders, especially them times. Oh my goodness. He was so good. But it hasn't been easy for him, the struggles that he had to face with his brother and his family. And of course, more recently, to make things worse, the drug ban that he eventually appealed and they came to settle and figure out a way for him to get back into football. And after 811 days, since September of 2023, Paul Pogba returned to us again. He returned to football as he featured for the first time for Monaco in a 4-1 defeat. I believe it was against Rennes, but nonetheless, he got to return. To make things even more emotional, at the full-time whistle, Paul Pogba immediately dropped to his knees, and as a man, I believe, of Muslim faith, he got down and he started praying to Allah. And you can clearly tell that he was emotional and he was thanking God, and it was just such a beautiful thing to see. And he says here in his post, "Last night was unforgettable. Stepping back onto the pitch after 2 years away meant more to me than I can express. To the fans, thank you for the love, the energy, and the belief. To everyone who stood behind me, supported me, and pushed me through every moment of this journey, I'm deeply grateful. This debut wasn't just mine. It belonged to all of you who never stopped supporting me." Paul Labile Pogba, welcome back to football, my friend. And I'm so happy for you. And I'm so glad that you're able to enjoy doing what you're doing. And hopefully, I get to go watch him play for Monaco. It's always been a dream of mine to visit Monaco. And maybe I can go watch Paul Pogba play. It's such an emotional thing as a fan of Pogba, to see him back, to see him return, and I wish him nothing but the best. This last segment of this new show was going to be a portion where I was going to answer one of your questions, and it was going to be an opportunity for me to answer one question from one fan and end the podcast on that note. And since this is the first ever episode, there's no questions. So this is your chance to get in the comments and let me know if there's anything you'd like for me to answer. And it doesn't have to be about football. It can literally be about anything. If it's an appropriate question where I think I can answer it and where I believe that it can have some sort of impact on the person asking the question, on me or any of us, I will answer it to the fullest extent. So you guys can leave that question in the comment section, or you guys can DM the question. You guys can email us the question. You can find all the contact details in the bio. But yeah, that's what this segment is going to be. I was going to call it Immaculate Question, but I've been just using Immaculate throughout the entire show segment. So maybe something else. And you guys can let me know in the comments as well. Yep. So that's it. This first episode is a wrap. And I think it'd be longer if I had somebody sitting alongside me, but when it's just me, it'll probably be around this sort of duration. So yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm happy that we got to talk about Paul Pogba. Almost kind of like an iconic thing for the both of us. Very symbolic in some ways because we're both kind of returning to this long form format. But anyways, I digress. That's it for me for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed that, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and share it with all of your friends and help me get out there, do more with content, And I know also, just before I wrap, there's this new show that I teased to you guys that I'm currently in production. We shot the first episode a few days ago, and let me tell you, I can't be any more excited to share with you guys what's about to come. I'm like itching to get it done. Like, it's so fun. I cannot wait. I genuinely can't wait. So yeah, that's coming for y'all real soon. But anyways, that's it for me for today. Thank you guys so much. And as always, be happy, be healthy, take care of your loved ones. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.